Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Dentistry and Medical. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Today's topic is about pituitary gland. So let's start with the introduction of pituitary gland or hypophysis cerebri. It's a small oval structure that plays important role in regulating vital functions and general well-being. It's referred as master gland because it controls activity in many other endocrine glands. The pituitary gland has two lobes, the anterior pituitary lobe and the posterior pituitary lobe, and it's connected to the surface of the brain by infundibulum. The anterior lobe of pituitary gland is known as adenohypophysis, while the posterior lobe is known as neurohypophysis. The anterior lobe of pituitary gland is also subdivided into pars distalis and pars intermedia, and the projection of pars distalis is known as pars tuberalis. This is the pars tuberalis that extends to pituitary stalk. Now let's see the relationship of hypothalamus with pituitary gland. The hypothalamus regulates the function of pituitary gland. The hypothalamus is connected with the anterior pituitary lobe by a special portal blood system, while it's connected with the posterior pituitary lobe by the neurons or by means of neuron. Now let's discuss hormones and functions of pituitary gland. The anterior pituitary lobe secretes growth hormone, prolactin hormone, LH hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, adenocorticotrophin hormone and thyroid stimulating hormone, while posterior pituitary lobe secretes oxytocin hormone and vasopressin, which is also known as antidiuretic hormone. Now discuss one by one their functions. The first hormone is growth hormone. The growth hormone stimulates protein synthesis and overall growth. The second is prolactin hormone. It stimulates milk production and breast development. The third is LH hormone. The LH hormone stimulates ovulation and formation of corpus luteum and synthesis of estrogen and progesterone. It also synthesis secretion of testosterone. The fourth is follicle stimulating hormone that stimulates growth of ovarian follicles and estrogen secretion. It promotes sperm maturation. The fifth is adenocorticotrophin hormone. It stimulates synthesis and secretion of adrenal cortisol hormones or cortical hormones. The sixth is thyroid stimulating hormone. It secretes thyroid hormones T3 and T4. Now let's talk about posterior pituitary lobe hormones. The first is oxytocin. It stimulates the milk ejection and uterine contraction. The second is vasopressin, which is also known as antidiuretic hormone. Its function is it stimulates water reabsorption by renal collecting ducts and contraction of arterioles. Now let's discuss the relationship of the pituitary gland with the surrounding structures. So let's start its relationship. Anteriorly, the pituitary gland is related with the sphenoid air sinuses. This is the sphenoid air sinuses. The inferiorly, there is the body of sphenoid bone or the sphenoid sinus. It's posteriorly, it's related with the basilar artery and dorsum sella and with the pons. You can see the superior relationship in the coronal view. It's related with the diaphragma sela, that's the diaphragma sela and optic chiasma. You can also see in sagittal view the optic chiasma. Laterally, it's related with the cavernous sinus and its contents. Now let's discuss blood supply of pituitary gland. The pituitary gland arterial supply is from superior and inferior hypophyseal arteries, the branches of internal carotid artery, while the veins drain into inner cavernous sinus. This is the end of the topic. Thank you for watching.